Buster, Babs, Bugs, Lola, Granny playing a mean electric guitar. Everyone's here in the Looney first trailer for upcoming Tiny Toons reboot, Tiny Toons Looniversity. Let's break it down. Following the recent announcement that Tiny Toons Looniversity will be hitting the newly rebranded Max streaming service and Cartoon Network this fall, Warners have finally given us our very first trailer at the hotly anticipated upcoming series. It's only a minute long, but in true Looney style, it moves at a mile a minute and gives us a great look at what we can expect from the show. The trailer opens on a shot of our brand new Looniversity campus. It looks familiar, but notably it seems a lot bigger and more elaborate than that seen in the original series. The main building is larger, and we've got half a dozen different faculty buildings and a stadium as well. It looks big and modern and opens up plenty of opportunities for storytelling. I love that we're keeping the Acme Acres setting, and my favourite touch is giving the campus their very own Warner water tower. I would love if this was used as a gateway into some kind of Animaniacs crossover. We get to see the new Acme Looniversity logo and shield, filled with plenty of Acme gag throwbacks, including an anvil, a spring-loaded boxing glove, a mallet, and a bomb. The university's Latin slogan is Et dictum factum nostrum, which roughly translates into English as, and our deed was said. The logo tells us that the uni was established in 1933, while a voiceover tells us that the institution has been responsible for shaping the greatest toons since 1933. This is of course a great reference to the year that is commonly considered the most prominent in the early history of the Looney Tunes, which saw the ushering in of a new breed of directors, Tex Avery, Friz Freleng, and Bob Clampett, to the Warner Cartoon Studio, who were all responsible for introducing the first major Looney stars, Porky, Elmer, Daffy, and Bugs. Along with this voiceover, we get a shot of some of the classic Looney Tunes, though oddly, aside from Bugs and Daffy, this focuses predominantly on characters who debuted between the middle 40s to the early 60s. Anyway, we'll get back to this soon. The main campus building looks pretty much the same as the classic series. We've even got the return of the iconic Bugs and Daffy statues standing on either side out the front. This time round, other classic toons get their own statues as well, including Elmer, Granny, and a Herculean-looking Tweety out front the poetry faculty. Other faculties on campus include the Warner Brothers Center for Excellence in Visual Gags, with a huge bomb and missile adorning the building. I love the Warner Brothers shields on the lampposts, and even more so, love the Toon Rings, which act as the archway entrance. Of course, throwing back to the opening of the classic Toons. We've also got a music faculty named after the Merry Melodies cartoons, while Elmer Fudd is the namesake of the campus's Grand Hall. Of course, all our favourite Tiny Toons are here, including Buster and Babs, who seem somehow crazier than ever. Apparently these guys are siblings in this version of the show, which is going to be all kinds of weird. But hey, it's set in a new continuity, so let's just see where this goes. We've also got Plucky Duck and Hampton J. Pig up to all kinds of mischief. Calamity Coyote and Dizzy Devil are here as well. Likewise, Lil Sneezer and Fifi LaFume also make appearances. I'm sure the appearance of Fifi will make plenty of fans very happy, particularly following the removal of Pepe Le Pew from most recent Looney media. Sweetie Pie and Furball also make appearances, as does Little Beeper, very briefly. Go-Go Dodo is here as well, as is Foulmouth, and a bunch of new characters too. I cannot wait to be introduced to these new crew members. Hopefully there's some classic tunes in the making. Essentially, we're going to be getting practically the entire roster of animal characters back this time round, all the main ones anyway, though I'm sure others will pop in and out throughout the series. Notably missing from the trailer are human characters like Elmira Duff and Montana Max, though they do appear on poster art for the series, despite reports Elmira wouldn't be in the show. Of course, plenty of classic Looney Tunes are in here as well. We got Bugs, Daffy, Taz, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, Foghorn Leghorn, Yosemite Sam, and Granny. Strangely, there is no Porky in the trailer, but he's certain to be here. We also don't get to see Tweety outside of the statue, however we do very briefly get to see Sylvester in this shot here. We get the appearances of some other obscure obscure tunes such as Merlin the Magic Mouse and the original Tweety, Orson, as well as what looks like a purple version of Pete Puma. However, the one tune fans are certain to be very excited to see is Lola Bunny. Of course, Lola, who debuted in 1996's Space Jam, never had the chance to appear in the original Tiny Toon Adventures, which aired between 1990 and 1992. This will also mark the first time Lola is joining the Looney crew in one of the more recent retro revival Looney series, having missed out on a spot in the Looney Tunes cartoons lineup and being one of very few Looney Tunes not to cameo in the Animaniacs. It's also nice to see her wacky, zany personality from the Looney Tunes show is back in action here, perfectly suited for this series. Much like the original series, the original Toons will be seen here as teachers of the Tiny Toons, and altogether they're going to be getting up to all kinds of Looney fun and action. The trailer is a rapid-fire showcase of gags and explosions and subversive humour, giving us a great indication of the series style, which looks to be a laugh-a-second romp in the grand Looney style. There's plenty of great Looney iconography at play here, and character iterations look all kinds of fun and exciting. I particularly love the list of majors that are offered by Acme Looniversity, which include painting tunnels to fool your foes, mockery with signage, banana peel placement, whoopee cushion alternatives, Anvils 101, surviving explosions, pie making and throwing, and advanced visual gags. I think this is shaping up to be a really great addition to the ever-growing lineup of Looney retro revivals, and should be a good substitute for the Looney Tunes cartoons, which will be running out of new episodes very, very soon. The art design looks great and very much in style with Looney Tunes cartoons and Animaniacs, and it's great to see Warner's sticking with one style across the board, which really makes all of these series feel a part of the same universe. The first time we've had something like this since, dare I say it, the early 90s. The trailer closes out with a brand new logo featuring Buster and Babs, which looks absolutely terrific. I'm really keen to see how they adapt the opening sequence of the show too, as that from the original series is one of my favourite ever. And yes, before you take to ranting in the comments, I know there are videos of this out there, but they are illegally leaked and I will not be playing them here, nor even watching them. And I implore you to avoid them if you truly respect the show and its artists. Also, don't judge the series based on a rough, unfinished edit of an episode that was put out there well before it should have been. I'm definitely excited to check out Tiny Toons Looniversity when it drops this fall. But how about you? Are you excited for the series? And what are you most excited to see from this trailer? As always, join the conversation down in the comments below.